No catch.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
Download the Hard Rock Bet Casino app today.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lily Simmons. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 news, the Marquette County Jail is overcrowded. We'll tell you about the county's solution to the problem and how it's expanding. And Michigan Republicans are accusing Attorney General Dana Nessel of ethics violations. We'll hear from one official who says he's not ruling out the possibility of impeachment. Plus, flu season is officially here. We'll hear from the Department of Health and Human Services about the latest strain and ways to stay healthy. Your 19 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, temperatures in Marquette today were much nicer than they have been, but how was the rest of our forecast looking?
Yeah, Lily, you're absolutely right. Things are much more comfortable, and that will continue for tomorrow. So this evening, we're not seeing too much issue in terms of some snow here, maybe a light flurry out to the Houghton area. But if we take a look at some of the views in Houghton, the bridge right here, we're looking good. Temperatures are into the upper 20s and lower 30s. Yes, this is around freezing, but compared to some of the temperatures that we've been consistently seeing below average, we will take it. And temperatures will actually start to rise overnight, and we're setting up for a really comfortable day tomorrow. So I'll break down everything you need to know as you start planning your Christmas plans.
Just one day after going into a lockdown due to a potential bomb threat, an Upper Peninsula school initiated a second lockdown today. Yesterday, Tacamanon area schools locked the school down after a note was found stating, "I have a bomb." Police and a K-9 unit searched the school and interviewed students, but found no threat. This morning, another lockdown was caused by what the school refers to as an out-of-control parent. Law enforcement removed the parent from the school, allowing class to resume as scheduled after 20 minutes of lockdown. Afterward, the superintendent released a statement saying student safety and security are the school's top priorities. A man from Brimley is facing decades in prison for child sexually abusive activity. State police investigated into 28-year-old Jared McCoy's activity after learning he had viewed child sexually abusive material online when he lived in Brimley. McCoy was arrested in West Virginia by U.S. Marshals and extradited to Michigan. He's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated child sexually abusive activity, 7 counts of aggravated possession of such material, and 8 counts of using a computer to commit a crime. He faces up to 45 years total on all charges. The Marquette County Jail has made a new partner in its efforts to reduce overcrowding. For some time, the jail has had more inmates coming in than it can hold. Since early 2025, the county has leased space from Alger and Iron counties, sending overflow prisoners to their jails. Last night, the Delta County Board of Commissioners accepted an agreement to house some of those overflow inmates. The Delta County Jail can take up to 10 Marquette County inmates and can decline any that it is unable to appropriately and safely house. The Marquette County Sheriff's Office has agreed to pay $55 per day per inmate and to cover the cost of all medical and transportation expenses. At the state capitol, the Michigan House Oversight Committee is turning its attention to Attorney General Dana Nessel. The committee's Republican chair says Nessel violated ethical standards in multiple cases and says impeachment is not off the table. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more.
The chair of Michigan's House Oversight Committee says they have uncovered what he calls ethical violations by Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, tied to how her office handled 2 separate investigations.
The external motivation clearly looks like an attempt to hedge for someone that she has a relationship with. I believe all the facts are there to demonstrate that.
One case involves an investigation into Tracy Kornack, a former Michigan Democratic Party treasurer and member of Nessel's transition team. DeBoyer says the Attorney General's office failed to fully investigate allegations of fraud.
The Attorney General's office did not, under any reasonable expectation, interview any of the pertinent individuals with regard to the case. The only individual they spoke to was Tracy Kornack.
The second case centers on Bipartisan Solutions, a nonprofit connected to the Fair and Equal Michigan ballot campaign. DeBoyer argues the Attorney General's office never had the authority to investigate the matter and then improperly defended it.
And if you read the closing document that the Michigan Attorney General's office used to close that case, it reads like a defense attorney's position.
DeBoyer says the committee is now issuing additional subpoenas for unredacted records and confirmed a resolution to recommend holding Nessel in contempt has moved forward.
I would say that it would be a disservice to my position to say that that's not on the table.
Nessel's office denies any wrongdoing, saying isolation walls were properly used and that she never influenced prosecutorial decisions. The allegations come just one day after House Republicans advanced bills to limit the Attorney General's authority. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
In Washington tonight, tensions are flaring on Capitol Hill as major health care deadline looms, and House Republicans are publicly splintering over what will happen next. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has been speaking with lawmakers throughout the day and has the latest from Capitol Hill.
The House is gearing up for a vote on a GOP-led health care package they say lowers premiums by letting more employers band together to buy insurance, increases transparency from pharmacy benefit managers, and funds cost-sharing programs for some ACA enrollees. However, the bill does not extend Enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits set to expire in just 2 weeks, threatening premium spikes for millions next year.
Those double or more, are you at all concerned about folks dropping health insurance or dropping it all together?
Oh, I am. You know, what people can't afford, they make some very difficult decisions. That's why I'm pretty pleased with the package that's coming together, that it's estimated would lower premium costs by about 11%.
The majority of Republicans say time's up for the COVID-era enhanced subsidies that drove ACA marketplace enrollment to over 24 million people in 2025, a record high.
Millions will be without health care. There'll be no ACA credits.
Allowing the subsidies to lapse has infuriated not only Democrats, but also a handful of moderate House Republicans.
3/4 of people on Obamacare are in states Donald Trump won. So maybe, just maybe, everybody should look at this and say, how do we actually fix the healthcare system?
A block of GOP centrists, including 3 from eastern Pennsylvania, are now teaming up with Democrats, signing on to a rare discharge petition to force a vote on a 3-year subsidy extension in January, triggering a stunning and public revolt inside Johnson's party on Wednesday.
Have you lost control of the House? I have not lost control.
Even if the 3-year subsidy extension passes the House next month, it faces steep opposition in the Senate, where it failed just last Thursday.
I don't think in their current form we can extend them, but I would be in favor of probably a shortened time frame, probably 2 years, where you put income caps significantly less than $500,000 a year.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, health officials are encouraging patients to get their annual flu shots. We'll talk to the Department of Health and Human Services about this year's strain. And the West End Health Foundation is supporting end-of-life care in Marquette County. We'll tell you about the donation administrators made to the Trillium House. Stay with us.
New CBS Tonight.
The final 5 of Survivor 49.
This is the home stretch. This is when you give it all you got.
I can make $1 million move. We've gone as far as a trio can go.
I'm playing for me.
Do what you gotta do.
This is an epic failure.
Oh, come on, people. Who knows how this is going to play out? This has been one of the most unpredictable games we have ever seen.
The Survivor season finale, new CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount+.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Our home, full of beauty, energy, and opportunity. But in today's world, your business needs more than foot traffic. It needs screen traffic. That's where PowerPlay Digital comes in. Digital advertising that delivers. We bring your message to life on streaming platforms, mobile apps, websites, social media, and beyond. Reach more people, grow your brand, get results. PowerPlay Digital. Put your business in front of the eyes that matter across every screen.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Merry Christmas from Shunks and Marquette. We have special deals from now to Christmas. Like this Lazy Boy Power Recliner, just $4.99. And if you need a little help, how about this Power Lift Recliner from Flex Steel for just $6.99? We have over 300 recliners in stock. Lazy Boy rocker recliners like this are just $2.99. We have a large selection of reclining furniture on sale, sofas, love seats, and sectionals. Merry Christmas. Dining room's on sale too. Shop Shunk Furniture at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. We're counting down the days until the official start of winter. I know it's already felt like winter has fully gotten comfortable in the area, but this Sunday is the official winter solstice. So this weekend, the Saturday, will be the final day of fall, and then we transition into Sunday. It's going to be a tug of war, and this forecast, especially the next 24 hours, is going to be a bit of whiplash for you. There's lots of different temperatures and types of precipitation that we'll be dealing with, and it's because of this major system that is already existing. It's already out to the west, and that's going to move eastward for us for the next 24 hours and give us some rain, give us some ice, give us some snow, and also increase those wind gusts, which could give us some spotty power outages as well. Now, there's some light flurries that's happening out towards the Houghton area and the western half of the UP, but there's not going to be much accumulation, especially since temperatures will actually start to rise overnight, and we will have a winter weather advisory that will set into place, but not until 1 p.m. tomorrow. That's because the beginning of the day, it's not going to be cold enough yet to support some snow. We'll actually see rain, and the snow that's on the ground will start to melt before we quickly switch gears through tomorrow afternoon. So this is the morning time. It's going to be cloudy, no doubt. We're not going to see much sunshine, and this is when we'll get a little bit of that rain, but then in between here, we very well could see some icing, some sleet, some freezing rain in here before we quickly change things over to snow. That's when we get the northern wind into effect, and then that's lake effect snow that's going to continue through Thursday night and into Friday morning. So this is a very quick change, and because of the rapid weather conditions that are changing, you need to be prepared for driving according to do that. You could see some slick roads with some ice, and then once we get past that with the colder temperatures, we could be looking at some snow totals around 4 inches, maybe 5 into some areas, but it's all about the impacts over the amounts, because before that we get some rain, and then that's going to turn to ice as soon as we get those colder temperatures. So yes, we could see a little bit of that accumulation of the snow, but it's also the wind that's going to be into play. This is essentially the low pressure system that's going to be right over top of us, and then this around 25-mile-per-hour northern winds for Friday is going to be the reason why we see temperatures in the lower 40s tomorrow, and then right back to the teens for Friday. So tomorrow is going to feel really nice, but don't get too comfortable because things get colder really quick. But now as we look forward to the 6 to 10 day outlook, this is where Christmas will fall. We'll still be trending with those above average temperatures. So this is the changes ahead. It's tomorrow. We get temperatures in the 40s, and then we're back down to the teens. Here's the tug of war as we enter winter on Sunday, and then I'll talk more about this at 11 o'clock, but we're going to talk about what we can expect for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and your holiday outlook.
Thanks, Kelly. The current conditions have created what are known as ice shelves on Lake Michigan. Here's a look from downstate at how they form and what to know if you see one.
While it may look like a continuous sheet of ice, in reality, it's unstable and unpredictable, with potential thinned or weakened spots throughout the ice. This ice shelf happens on Lake Michigan nearly every year, creating a mix of slush, ice, and snow.
It's forming as a fragmented structure, which can have air pockets in it. In addition, when we get snow, it can be impossible to understand where the water begins and the beach ends.
The ice shelf bringing many to take photos of the frozen elements, but it can be dangerous if viewed improperly, and those viewing should never walk out on the ice.
Stay on ground is what I tell everybody. Stay on the ground. We all got great cameras now that can zoom out to whatever we wanted to look at. We got great phones that zoom out. Stay off the ice. You're going to get no better picture, and you're going to eventually risk losing your life.
Ice volcanoes can also be formed in the ice shelves, water breaking a hole in one of the weak spots and continually pushing waves through the layer of ice, causing a mound or the volcano shape to form, sometimes towering nearly 20 feet.
And oftentimes, people's natural, thought is, I see a hill, I want to climb it. And they climb up to the top of it, which is going to be the most delicate part of it. And then if you fall through, you're in like an ice cave where you might fall through 5 feet, 10 feet. And then the inside of this is going to be, smooth as glass and wet and ice. You can't climb out.
While there are risks to walking on shelf ice, it also acts as a natural barrier to reduce shoreline erosion.
So if we had a very warm winter with no ice cover on the shoreline, and we get, these wind and wave events, that can erode the shoreline.
Protecting the shoreline from extensive wave activity. Officials urge those who visit the beach to stay off the lake and avoid putting your life and others at risk.
The West End Health Foundation has awarded a $15,000 grant to the Trillium House to support its West End resident care program. The funding will be distributed over 3 years and is designated specifically for residents from the West End communities. Trillium House is a residential hospice care facility in Marquette that provides short-term end-of-life care for individuals who are unable to remain comfortably in their homes. The facility works in collaboration with local hospice agencies to ensure continuity of care. According to Trillium House, the grant will help offset the cost of providing hospice services for West End residents, covering up to 50 days of care per year over that 3-year period. The West End Health Foundation provides grants to nonprofit organizations aimed at improving health and wellness across Ishpeming and its surrounding townships. Coming up after the break, flu season is officially here. We'll hear from the Department of Health and Human Services about this year's strain and how to stay healthy. That's next.
Good morning. This is your Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast mix and match along. Get a fluffy sausage egg biscuit, or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. For a limited time, mix and match any 2 for just $5 at Hardee's.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Attention outdoor enthusiasts, Baraga County Trails in Motion is building a new era of adventure right here in Baraga County. We're expanding and maintaining hiking, biking, skiing, and snowshoeing trails to connect the Upper Peninsula and bring more recreational opportunities to our community. Join us at our membership drive on December 20th from noon to 6 p.m. to learn more. Together, we can put Baraga County on the map for outdoor fun. Visit our Facebook page for details. Baraga County Trails in Motion, moving forward together.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's Crew up to now? Our brand new barbecue menu is smoking, with plates all week and big platters on the weekend. Every Friday night, dive into the Drunken Fisherman, featuring unique fish dishes and sauces you won't find anywhere else. Ready for hunting camp? 4 racks of our award-winning ribs. Plus, order ahead at our Take and Bake favorites: lasagna, chicken pot pie, brisket, a fresh soup and salad bar, perfect as a meal or an add-on, and more. Jack's Restaurant on Main Street in Rapid River.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any 2 with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Lily Simmons.
The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is urgently encouraging vaccines this flu season, as a new variant is expected to approach into the winter. WZMQ 19's Andrew Hands reports.
Moving into the winter months of cold and dry days, often spent sharing spaces with loved ones, the risk of spreading viruses like influenza is approaching its yearly spike. Tracking these peaks comes from monitoring other countries as flu season approaches, and this year is quickly looking more severe.
In England, we saw an earlier peak of influenza and a more severe peak of influenza. We're starting to see our flu numbers go up here in Michigan, telling us that that peak is probably right around the corner.
Strains of influenza adapt and circulate each year. The 2025 flu vaccine was designed to protect against an H3N2 strain called subclade J2. However, since the vaccine's development, a more severe strain causing respiratory infections in the United Kingdom called subclade K is now effectively spreading.
H3N2 is part of the vaccine series that we put out. It's part of our annual flu vaccination, but this subclade K looks to have changed a little bit, and it's possible that it's causing the more severe disease that they're seeing in the United Kingdom, and it's likely that we'll see the same trend here in the US.
With vaccine coverage as low as 22% in Michigan right now, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services is calling for folks to consider an influenza vaccine this time around. Even with subclade K, the vaccine is set to highly reduce more serious outcomes, especially within weaker immune systems.
That early data suggests that the current flu vaccine is about 75% protective at keeping children out of the hospital. And there are fewer people than ever who are vaccinated and protected against the flu.
The MDHHS also recommends continuing to practice healthy actions such as covering coughs or staying home when sick to reduce the further spread of influenza. Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
Your weekly creature feature is coming up next.
I'm Todd Mackey, President and CEO of First Bank Upper Michigan, your local community bank in the Upper Peninsula. At First Bank, we have a unique investment team, comprehensive commercial services, and a passion for our community, where it's all about people.
New CBS Thursday. What better way to celebrate a one-hour Ghostmas than getting possessed by a ghost?
Ow! It's so cool to possess someone. I've had the munchies for like half a century. What's going on?
Merry Christmas! Oh!
Wow.
Sam, okay, sweetie.
Get your own cookie house, man!
It's like watching Godzilla trample Candyland.
An all-new one-hour Ghostmas. CBS Thursday at a special time, 9/8 Central, and streaming on Paramount+.
We are here, around the clock, in all weather. Your home away from home in medical crisis. We've seen it all, weddings through holidays. We don't have all the answers, but we're always present. It isn't for the thank you. We do it for our guests like Tom, Pam, and Nora. And your support brings warmth and comfort to families in need. Please donate today and help us make it home.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
At First Bank Upper Michigan, we're all about the people of our community. With banking services tailored to you, we're your partners in prosperity. For all your banking needs, join our community. About the people.
It's time once again for another creature feature with Easton of Northern Scales Reptiles. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So this is different today. Tell us who we have.
Yep, so I thought I'd bring on some fuzzy critters to get a break from all the reptiles and spiders and tarantulas I was bringing on. So I brought on Gubby here, which is the cockapoo on my left, and Chewy, which is the cocker spaniel on my right. These guys are my two personal dogs. Gubby does not like sitting still. He's a running on. Chewy, though, he's a big lap dog. He likes cuddling with everybody. Yeah. I thought I'd bring these guys on because I was really interested by a question someone asked me the other day that like we get to learn about the history of all these animals, and dogs are pretty overlooked in that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are like, they know that they came from wolves. They co-evolved with us from that. But the degree that they've evolved is like way further than most animals have. Mm-hmm. With these guys, they've bred into, or they've, I don't think it'd be speciated, but they've kind of separated into over, I think, around 300 different breeds that have been recognized, and that's not including all the mutt breeds that are out there and all the different breeds that are popping up through different breeds coming together. They come in different color coats, they come with different features. They both have Cocker Spaniel in them, But Gubby here is a poodle mix with a Cocker Spaniel, so that's where we get Cockapoo from. He's a lot longer, he has a long tail, he has a lot curlier hair, while Chewy here, he has these big paws and more of a athletic stature to him. And the uses for the dogs over the years have been vast too. I mean, we have sheepdogs for herding, we have Cocker Spaniels, hounds, and beagles for hunting, and like hunting for like foxes and birds, quails. We got more kind of like, I want to say accessory dogs like Cockapoos and Pomeranians that they don't do much, they're kind of around, but these two really are kind of lazy guys though. They don't really do too much. Chewy's big when he's outside and running around, but he's a little embarrassed. They have great personalities too. Just like humans, they've learned to really socialize, take on their own kind of like character traits. Chewy here is actually really embarrassed about his vest. He doesn't like that. Whenever we put it on him, he turns around, he runs into the corner. Gubby here, he doesn't mind. He just really wants to get pet, so he's making noises, he's grunting till he gets what he wants. Some cool things about them though is that Chewy here is a American Cocker Spaniel, which there's two kinds, or at least from my knowledge there is. There's the Americans and the English. The American Cocker Spaniels are actually the smaller ones, so the English ones range about another foot above, I believe. Oh my God. With that though, Chewy also is very interesting. I'll use him as an example in some of my shows as a example of some really cool genetics. If people can see here, he has heterochromia, so his eyes are two different colors. He has blue on the left here, and then he has brown on the right. Gubby here, he's the most normal cockapoo you get. Sometimes you get brown ones, but he is just as normal as a cockapoo gets. Nothing too genetically rare about him, but I thought it'd be fun to bring them on just to give people a little bit of a break from all the other stuff. And it's Christmas time. I mean, some more fuzzy animals. We can't get reindeer, unfortunately. That's really hard for me to get. But you know, we got dogs, and then we're gonna have cats coming on next to help people out with that. Give them a little history on those guys.
Great.
You guys want to say anything before we go?
They have been very friendly here in the studios. Thank you so much for bringing them on. This was a
thanks
fun
for having
one.
us.
Yeah. Kelly has one final look at the weather right after this break.
Our home, full of beauty, energy, and opportunity. But in today's world, your business needs more than foot traffic. It needs screen traffic. That's where PowerPlay Digital comes in. Digital advertising that delivers. We bring your message to life on streaming platforms, mobile apps, websites, social media, and beyond. Reach more people, grow your brand, get results. PowerPlay Digital. Put your business in front of the eyes that matter across every screen.
I think Auto Armor is a great product to prolong the life of your vehicle. Paint protection, rust proofing, interior, exterior protection. This will be the second vehicle that I have purchased. I think Auto Armor, again, prolong the life of the vehicle. It is an inexpensive investment for the longevity of a high-cost investment. I would recommend Auto Armor to anybody.
Who'll be there when amazing rises up or need for a warning comes falling down? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Winter is here. Fox Marquette Subaru gets you there. Lease a 2026 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $343 a month for 36 months. Get a great vehicle and support a great cause with every new Subaru purchased or leased during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. Subaru and Fox Marquette are donating a minimum of $325 to our hometown charity, SAIL, or your choice of 4 national charities, November 20th through January 2nd. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
MeTV presents Potter Poetry.
Bull cookies, horse hockey, pigeon pellets, monkey muffins. That's what she said.
Watch Colonel Potter on MASH.
Hot saucy.
Weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1.
And a final check of your forecast. Things are pretty calm for this evening. There might be a light snowflake, but that's not the big changes that are ahead. A winter weather advisory will go into effect tomorrow afternoon, but ahead of that, we'll actually get some warmer temperatures and we'll see some rain before much colder air is behind that. That quickly transitions to snow, so that means the roads could be a bit icy during these big changes. We go from the 40s to the teens as we officially enter the winter season this Sunday.
Finally tonight, holiday celebrations are everywhere across the UP, but soon Ishpeming hopes to offer something entirely new. A European-style Christmas market is coming to downtown Ishpeming, and organizers say it will be the first of its kind here. The market is set to debut next Christmas outside the historic Mather building downtown. Organizers envision a festive village of about 20 wooden huts selling mulled wine, Finnish and German food, hot cocoa, and locally made crafts, along with bonfires, live music, a sledding hill, and kids' activities.
Not just your typical market. We want to have a lot of experiences for families and make it, for the young and the old. So, those that like to drink, those that don't, there's activities for everybody.
An example of what the huts will look like is currently on display in Santa's Village on Main Street, and our own John Truitt will be live there tomorrow with more on this new event. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.
There are very complex and serious issues